Okay, Kim. You any ideas?
Yes?
Just to remind you again that I can't remember anything. I'm hoping that isn't a problem for you. Or my hat, or my plastic bag, or my vest.
No response. He just arches his brow.
Okay, forget it.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Okay. Let's have a look at these footprints again. See if anything comes to
There are
mind.
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
No, not getting anything. Not getting anything. I do feel the need for something, though. I'm just wondering if I should nip into Kuno's shack again. I'm going to nip in for a second. Just...
Yes?
You seem to be following me, Kim.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an
You
observation.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
Oh, what do you mean, distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
Okay, so I look like I walk from someone from Jamrock's 41st Precinct. My hunches and my memories seem to point me towards Jamrock too. How is that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me, right? Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain,
They
I guess.
do.
I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Okay.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Okay, look, we'll leave it at that. Well, if I can't get rid of him, then maybe I should just... I think Kuno had something in here of interest, if I remember. This damn memory. Okay. Nothing. Can I get this coat back? That's what I want to know.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Am I gonna go for it? I might hurt myself if I do. I'm not sure jumping over the ledge is a good idea. But I really feel like I should get that cloak. Sort of a symbolic way of trying to piece myself back together. It's going to be a challenging jump. Not right now. I wonder if I change my clothes, would that help? Could that help? No, nothing in there is going to help me. I already have my... Actually, my flare-cut trousers. They're probably not ideal for jumping in. Maybe jeans would be better. Maybe jeans would be better.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly.
Okay, take it out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
Well, let's have a look at it.
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Yeah, but why do I even care about this?
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
I'd better hang on to it just in case.
You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Okay. Interesting. Now, what's my chance of getting
Tarpaulin
this?
cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
A little bit better than before. I've probably got a 1 in 4 chance. Something's telling me. What's this? Can't get to it. Am I going to go for it? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. Okay. Okay. You can do this. Oh, no, I can't.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here.
Holy wow, that's high. It doesn't seem dangerous. Lieutenant must be crazy to suggest that. This is certain death. Vertigo almost pushes me over the edge.
You could have died there. Shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, what happened?
I'm alright, Kim. I just can't do it right now.
I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Yeah. Let's have a look around while
The
we're up here.
wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering.
Kim likes his engineering.
But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Yes. We were. But it's gonna have to stay there. Right now. Okay. Right. Okay. I can't get to that. Let's, I suppose, just head back down into Kuno's shack, have another quick look in there. See if we... Oh, there's the Union guys. That backs onto there. Okay. Yep. Nothing else in here. Whatever was in here before is now gone. Which is rather a shame. Okay, let's leave. Right, Kim. What's this? We don't know because we can't get in there. Okay. Do I talk to Kuno again? Probably best not tonight. I need some sleep if I'm going to get any sleep. This is the problem. I think we've seen this already, but... heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Kim! Let's have a look at this book. The Greatest Innocence.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Well, let's crack open this immense tome.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
Sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Dolores Day.
Dolores Day.
Incorrect.
What?
Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps?
Oh. Could this be the person I'm missing? Someone called Dolores who liked apricot chewing gum? Did she die? I don't know.
Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
Yeah, but what? Okay.
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
Okay. I wonder if I should heal a little more. My morale is not feeling too good. Okay. Just give myself a bit of a pep talk.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
You know, I didn't really absorb anything from what I just read.
Then go with your best guess. Isn't that what students are trained to do when they don't know the answer?
Okay. The Periconasian. That sounds like it could be important.
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party.
That sounds a bit scary.
Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound too familiar to me. Could you shoot me a hint?
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general, at least the parts that matter.
Okay, very interesting, but that doesn't really help me answer the question.
I can do better.
Good.
Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
It doesn't sound like Dolores or the Periconasian. So maybe it did.
Great. Dolores.
I'm gonna go for Vespa Messina.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa and Messina. Care to try again?
okay, Franco Negro.
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation.
Oh, ending serfdom doesn't sound too bad.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue.
All sounds very fair.
Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
Okay. Maybe a few hints?
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members. There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault.
Well, whose fault is it?
At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Does that really hold true? Okay. Who's false? Stepan the Despicable. Well, that sounds quite clear, really. Doesn't sound anything false about that, unless that's a historical name that's been given. Let's go with Erno Pasternak.
Correct.
Ah.
There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra.
Ah, so Kedra's a place. I guessed well. Yeah, hymns. Sort of a bit anachronistic in the rest of that list, but anyway.
Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much.
I have.
This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind.
Okay. Who could it be? I'm feeling like it's Erno or Dolores, which means it's probably going to be Franco Negro, but I'm going to go with Erno.
Incorrect.
Oh,
He was a violent bastard, out to torture, maim, and kill whoever stood in his way. He was also a false innocence.
of course he was.
Disqualifying
What am I
him
thinking?
from being the greatest and most important and most precious to humankind. Would you like to try again?
Franco Negro.
Incorrect. While Franco Negro built concrete churches and cathedrals, and while many people, especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps?
Well, that only leaves Dolores, doesn't it?
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-isolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her.
Wow.
Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get
I probably wouldn't give myself any more than a D.
a C,
Oh.
vaguely passable. A solid effort with nothing much else to show. Nice going, mediocrity man.
Well, that feels about right. It feels about right.
You would have done better if you'd just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, you arrogant book.
What's going on with you?
Thinks it's so smart. Goddamn.
Okay.
Lieutenant stares at me, his visage unflinching.
You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Yeah, let's put this book away. And I did look at this one, didn't I?
You stare at the now familiar black and white rainbow. The book feels heavy in your hands.
Yes, I did look at this one. Okay. Okay, Kim. Kim. I'm thinking I may have to, You wanted to say something, Kim, did you?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Yeah, that's all very well and good, Kim, but I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for the damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
Yeah, but I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets.
I agree.
We'll figure something out.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
I get that. He's not a bad sort, Kim. Okay, let's talk to him again. Okay, over to Gart. My favourite person, or should I say, me being his favourite person.
Can I help you?
Yeah, about that money.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was just wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something. I'll let him speak, because I don't know what to say.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
He adjusts his glasses. Nice touch, Kim.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He stops mid-sentence.
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
Kim's a badass.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Oh, this conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when we're done here.
Really?
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
But he's a good sort.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay. Okay, Kim. Let's go to the car. If you have something there that might help. Is it a blanket? Maybe? A flask with soup in it? Right. Let's go to the car. The Caprice.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell.
Really?
In the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Okay.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay, well, let's look in the transport enclosure, or the cage.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Okay. Well, what do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
Okay. Yeah. I get it. I'd have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing.
That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Didn't you want to put these spinners on your machine?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yeah, outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
Well, look, Kim, I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate your help, Kim.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay. Let's get to the pawn shop. Which, if I remember correctly, not that memory is my strong point, if I remember correctly, is down here. Okay. Things are looking up. Right. Let's talk to the pawn guy.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
You do know that it's not really a fine night. The weather is terrible out there.
Is it? Spring is capricious, yes.
It most certainly is. I suppose it's cool that you're still open. Big city vibes and all that.
The pawn shop is always open.
Okay. So is Roy high? And if so, what's he on? Roy doesn't really sleep.
Nope, still no clue. You obviously haven't been doing enough drugs lately.
Yeah, maybe I should fix that. Although, to be honest, I don't know if maybe I'm the one who's high at the moment. What else? There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
200 real, wow.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash and then turns to me.
Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his pocket.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Oh, it's not small, that is massive.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Both the lieutenant and the pawnbroker look at me. No, I don't want to sell my clothes. And I don't want to sell the picture either. But I should show it to him.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
No, that's not what I meant. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism.
Whoa.
It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Yeah, I don't really have anything at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
Perhaps. Okay, thank you. Kim, you are a lifesaver. A lifesaver. Let's get the hell out of here and go and pay Gart so I can get him off my back. Okay, this is good. This is good. I need to remember to keep my eye open for tear. Because every cent counts at the moment, so I don't feel like a pauper. Okay, let's go and see Gart. I must look like some sight.
Can I help you?
Yeah, about that money, Gart.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Could we come to some kind of arrangement, do you think?
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Look, it's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing this stupid money game.
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it?
Look, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against the metal box installed in the back of the counter.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Oh, look, it was worth a try. Not going anywhere. You're giving me nothing.
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay.
Yes, have you got it?
I do.
Well,
I need to get this guy on side. I'm upsetting people, and then people don't like me, and I don't like that. Look, here it is. I'm sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Okay.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
Well, this is good. I don't want him angry at me either.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Good. Thank you.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay. So I need to find 250 to at least have enough money for my room tomorrow night. Well, I might be able to do that with Tear. It's a bit different to 130.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Just remind me again just why the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Yeah, no need for the dig.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I suppose it is I've just got this guy on side. No, I'm going to let it go. I am above gratuitous baiting.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
I like that idea. How do we find them, Kim?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
This is true.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 4 o'clock, and the sign said reserve starting 4 o'clock. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding.
Okay, yes.
Go with it.
I will nod sagely. Yes, I think I see.
Yeah. The Union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something and now think they can hide out till it all blows over and it's fair weather again in Martinez.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Okay. Something else I wanted to ask about.
Yes?
Can you pour me a drink?
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
I know, but you're the only one here. We've been through
He
all
sounds
this.
irritated.
I'm just going to say nothing.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this?
Look, you've said all this already, Gart.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
This is a touchy subject for you, isn't it? You're not a bartender, I get it.
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Was there anything else?
Maybe.
Like what?
No, we're done. We are done. I want to see if I can go and get my tie. That's what I want to do. Suppose then I have to put my shirt on, but I could wear a tie with a vest. Who cares? Okay. Kim, Where's your room? You're not going to come into mine as well, are you? That's just going to feel a bit uncomfortable.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Okay. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay, fair enough.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Then what?
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM.
Yeah.
Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes, Kim?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Okay, right then. The debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
And how do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
I like your positive approach, Kim. I don't have the same positive feeling you do.
Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on.
This is true.
The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Damn, he reads me well. Look. Don't worry, Kim. I'll be in much better shape tomorrow after a good night's sleep.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wildlands rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but
He gives me a quick nod of acknowledgement and approval.
above all though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
It must be. I suppose I'm just always in a hurry for some reason, Kim.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't like to waste time, you know? My mind moves fast. The rest has to try and keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
That's why I like these heels. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way.
Oh,
I like the green.
thank you.
Goes with the orange.
Okay. So, what are our powers exactly? The RCM, you know?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Yeah. And what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Okay, and how can you be sure that the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Wow, that's impressive.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
And what happens if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Okay. But what happens if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
And the people we convict, what happens to them?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts
Okay.
in Courant and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. And who makes all of these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Okay, well, let's say it was the citizens of Revachol.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
And this moral intern, I think I read about that in the book. What is that exactly?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I really don't know. That's how bad it is in here. I point to my head.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
And what do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
And I sort of read about it in the book, but Dolores Day, apart from being beautiful, who was she?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Okay, this moral intern then, what's their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline.
Okay.
I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Yeah, that's quite a statement.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
And what do you think of them, Kim?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
That's quite deep, Kim. That's quite deep.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
So, but you like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
Usually the case.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Okay. I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
He arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. I think they've done an awful job here. I mean, I don't remember anything, but I can see the place. This can't be humanism, surely.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Yeah, vigilantes does sound bad.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
He looks at the roundabout. Okay. I'll say nothing for a minute and just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno.
Uh-huh.
It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
But why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
A very delicate balance, Kim, it would seem.
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I'm getting some really weird flashbacks here. I don't know if they're memories or it's the brain damage. Well, I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Well, thank you for this, Kim.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Okay. Right, Kim. I'm going to retire for the evening. See you in the morning. Okay, what have we got? This is empty. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Of course it's empty.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Of course they do. No, I'm not going to rest just yet. I want to see if I can get my tie.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Okay. What am I going to do about this tie? I'm going to pull on the light bulb.
The lights are on.
Okay, pull on the fan.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
This isn't good. Can I get my tie? It's locked. Now is not the moment, obviously. Let's do a quick... I don't want to look in the mirror either. You know what? I think it's time for bed. Let's get some rest.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Well, let's crawl into the awful sheets, shall we?
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Of course.
And then sleep doesn't come.
Oh, but I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why not?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Okay, let's check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
What about the blanket? Is that the cause?
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
I'll roll onto my other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Yeah, who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Okay. No more thoughts now. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Am I dreaming? Will Kuno be in my dream? Oh dear. No Kuno. But me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said... who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
I have a terrible sense of foreboding.
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
Did she leave me?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Oh God. Somehow I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What the hell is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Wait, I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this. I can.
You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm just trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head. So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Oh God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh my God.
Good going, buddy.
What the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
But what is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. With me. To wake up exactly 7:30 every morning until the day you die.
I did what?
Don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect without it. It's that simple.
I can't keep feeling like this. No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
No, that's a lie. I can do this without the speed. I can do it without the speed. And I don't need to do it, I just need to do it today. That's all. And every day I just need to do it today. half the town won't be dead. No, I'm opting out.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shellman. See how you do without your spark.
Well, that was an intense dream and an intense conversation in my head. Oh my god, I feel like crap. And I've got to go out into the day again.